Good morning and welcome back to the channel. In today's Celtic FC news, Tom Boyd talks about Ange Postecoglou and how he's doing with Celtic side Haksabanovic. He talks about his time at Celtic and how he knows he will get more game time. And shocking news, I think. And what kind of message does this send out to young guys? I think it's absolutely disgusting. The punishment. It's not even a punishment. Remember a couple of weeks ago, Craig McPherson, the Rangers women's coach, headbutted Fran Alonso. Now you've got to remember, this is probably one of the most... It's a shite bag fucking thing to do. He headbutted him from behind, right? He never even went on face onto him. He sneaked up behind him and tried to stick the head into him from behind. He has been given a ban. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Anyway, back to said Haksabanovic. Haksabanovic has said his time at Celtic will come. He sends out a message, allegedly, to Ange Postecoglou over his starting chances. Haksabanovic was signed from Rubin Kazan this summer, last summer in the transfer window. And he's got Jota, Abada. I think I will seem to be thinking that Abada will be gone this summer. Maida, Forrest will still be here next season. I don't care what anybody says, but then you never know. Jota and Maida have obviously played most out on the wing, but Haksabanovic knows he's only 23-year-old and he's not given up any hopes of ousting his way into one of the first team positions. He's just waiting for his opportunity. He said in Celtic TV, "I'm enjoying myself, and I've said before, I know there's more to come. I'm just going to wait until I get my chance to start games." So there's more to come from him. He's very happy to be here. He knows that we have a good squad of players, a big squad, so I'm just waiting my time. I'm training hard to improve myself out there, the Celtic winger said. Talking about people that were at a club for a long time, someone who was a former skipper, Tom Boyd, he was at Celtic for 11 years. He's going on about Ange Postecoglou. He says when you look at the scoreline against the Rangers, he says that it looks a classic. It was certainly entertaining, but I wouldn't say it was a classic in terms of quality. The most important thing was getting the victory, just to show Celtic as a team under Ange can play fantastic football, but they also know how to get the job done. Got to remember Tom Boyd, he won 8 winners' medals at his time at Celtic. He was a fantastic captain for the club, and he has I've met Tom on many occasions, as he has relations back in Fife also. He also went on to say that the team and the mindset that Ange is doing to secure his place in Celtic record books, people can talk down the opposition, but to be consistent over such a long time is not easy. And obviously Ange Postecoglou and his Celtic team are going for the 100-point mark, which hasn't been done many times. I think the last one to do it was obviously Brendan Rodgers, and then Martin O'Neill in the more recent history is one of the last one to do it. Doing 1 and 2s in the bag in a row is hard enough, but doing 100 points is something quite remarkable, we went on to say. So let's go back to the disgusting news about Craig McPherson that came out last night. And if you haven't seen the community tab, also the Green Brigade put out a statement yesterday also, but you'll get that in the community tab. There's no need to go on about that in this video. Just nip up to the community tab and you'll see that there. So 52-year-old Craig McPherson, you think he'd know better at his age, and sneaking up behind somebody to try and stick the head into him was you're not really a hard man when you're doing that, sneaking up behind somebody, are you? He's been given a 6-match ban. That's a complete sellout by the SFA, if you ask me. I don't know who deals with women's football, but it is a complete sellout. When you look back at Duncan Ferguson, when he headbutted a Wraith Rovers player, he got jailed. What's the difference? I think, what message does that send out to women's football? What message does that send out to young guys? It was an absolutely shitebag thing to do, sneak up behind somebody and try and stick the head into him. The fact that he didn't even do it properly, you know, he didn't even get a good connection. He did put out a statement a week later, apologising a week later. But I think it's absolutely disgusting, and I think that he should hang his head in shame, and he should have been banned for a lot longer than 6 games. Fran Alonso obviously accepted his apology in full, but I think I just think it's disgusting. Anyway, let's move on. Is there any other Celtic news about this morning? There's not really much. Barry Ferguson reveals his envy of Celtic. We played them a week ago now, and they're still talking about us. We don't play them for another couple of weeks at the semi-final, and they're still talking about us. It's all about Celtic with them. And on that note, have a great day, Celtic fans all around the world.
Lit. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party.